Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, and host of the podcast Vocal Arts with Peter Barber. Today we are back with Putri Ariani's final performance, or I guess it's in the America's Got Talent finals. I don't know if this is the actual last performance she'll do on the show, but this is the finals here. So big stakes. Putri, one of my favorite artists that I've become acquainted with over the last few months. Absolutely amazing, world-class, mega talent. I'm very excited to see what she does with this, Elton John song. I absolutely love Elton John, one of my all-time favorites. This is a reaction and analysis, so I will be pausing primarily to talk about vocal technique and other musical artistic choices that she makes. If you'd like to watch the original all the way through, I'll leave a link in the description. Guys, please do like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm, and if I am enhancing your listening experience, please do consider joining my Patreon. Link is in the description. Without further ado, let's jump into Putri Ariani's most recent performance.
I can't lie, no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white.
Oh, gorgeous, stunning, so raw. So subtle. I also love the big sparkly, I guess it's probably lighting, but the kind of very Elton John looking aesthetic we have here. I'm sure Elton John, I'm sure the Rocket Man would approve. She starts off with this little beautiful riff, and she's keeping this very intimate, right? Very intimate singing here. Obviously, we've got a long way to go as far as where you want this song to climax, where you want to start using that, yell style, or physiologically like a yell style singing. I'm talking about the high chest belting we've heard her do before, but we're already getting that intimate style singing. We're getting a lot of vocal control already, beautiful pitch accuracy, and obviously she is playing the piano as well. So just like, this is pretty simple riffing for Putri, pretty stepwise, down and up, but nonetheless shows off really nice vocal control and pitch accuracy and tuning and all those kind of fundamental things you want to be nailing as a singer. What key are we in? F major.
I can't lie, no more of your darkness.
Just the colors we get in just this first line, it all is coming from that intimate place, starting the song out. But we get a big range of vocal fold closure and efficiency. She starts off the phrase very breathy, goes into a much more efficient sound as she ascends in her chest range, and then returns to a much more breathy sound right at the end. And so it gives us, within the context of the song, you have this big song arc. Then we have these mini arcs, to each phrase or even to each verse that you can split up into arcs. So we have a story being told, from the actual musical shaping, in addition to the story that's told, by the lyrics and by the song at large.
No more.
So just listen to this phrase here. Watch, she starts out very breathy and then goes to a much more efficient sound, a more powerful sound, and then brings it back.
Can't lie, I can't lie.
Breathy.
No more of your darkness.
Yes.
All my pictures seem to fade to black and white.
Again, very similar there, breathy, and then more efficient and powerful, and then back to breathy. I like this tiny little riff she puts at the end. White, white. It's like she falls off the note, but doesn't just white. She actually there's two accurate pitches there.
Fade to black and white.
Nice.
I'm growing tired, and time stands still before me. Close the door and left me blinded by the light.
Awesome. Yes. Okay, revving it up. I just want to talk about, first thing, her vowel shaping on that first open vowel note. In that high chest belt range, you pretty much always want to open up the mouth a lot. It's really good based on physics and a number of other things I'm not going to explain. It actually is helpful for the sound to have a more open mouth in that high chest range. Right here.
Close the door.
So the word is door. Close the door. She's da. Big like bite the apple forward placement. That's a really great way to belt on a high, wrong octave, but right note. High B flat 4, that is like, that range and a little bit higher is like the perfect place where you want to have a really big open mouth. And she's nailing that. So instead of door, you get da. And we all know the word. It's, you don't have to worry about people understanding the word. If the vowel were like ooh or something, like if she was saying, then I threw, then you wouldn't want to say thra, because then you can't understand the word. But dar to dar, we get it. We still get it. And that's kind of how you want to judge how to change the vowel based on what's going to help the actual singing. So, great choice. Whether intentional or, whether planned or not, it works very nicely.
Close the door.
With, I'd like to add, wonderful vibrato as well.
And left me blinded by the light.
Great, perfectly accurate riff.
Don't let the sun go down on me, yeah. Don't let the sun. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free, yeah. By losing everything, it's like the sun going down, sun going down, sun going down. I know
I'm going to go back. I don't know how long this performance is. They're often very short, so I don't want to let it go too far. A lot to talk about. This whole chorus really stays in, it's not the extreme high of her chest range. We've heard her sing much higher, maintaining that chest connection. It is still high, though. I want to see exactly where she's kind of hanging out. I think it's around that B flat. So that's A4. That's up to the tenor high C now. C5, pure chest connection. Very nice, very efficient. Again, very efficient, powerful sound, but still allowing that nice natural vibrato to come in. And we can see, because of this HD 4K, a perfect tongue position. Just nice and relaxed. Tip of the tongue on the back of the bottom row of teeth. totally out of the throat. No manipulation of the sound there, just very natural. Ah, that's what you want in those high belts especially. You can see it naturally moving based on vowel. The tongue is actually the most important part of the whole vocal apparatus for creating vowel. So you can go E, A, A, O, O, E, A, A, O, O. We use it all the time in opera for wherever you can get the most efficient, powerful sound. And it's amazing. So you could see I was barely moving my lips, but the vowel was totally changing. Now you can tell the vowel is kind of colored by the mouth position, but the vowel itself is shaped by the tongue. So you can see when she sings this E vowel, the tongue is likely, the back of her tongue is likely touching the roof of her mouth, and so the front is pulled a little bit back, but not enough to block her throat. And then as she goes to ah, that tongue moves forward. E, ah. And it's really cool that we can actually see that in this performance because this camera is so close. See that? So that's her E. So right, the tongue's back a little bit and up, probably, if we could x-ray her face. And then ah, it comes out. It even comes over the bottom row of teeth a little bit.
By losing everything, it's like the sun goes.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Nicely timed there on the piano and lining it up with her vocalism.
Losing everything, it's like the sun going down.
Tag it, yes.
Sun going down.
F5. High A. This one. You guys probably can't hear the keyboard often. That one. A5 just below soprano, high C. Obviously in this lighter mechanism of the head voice, but a very pure tone. And then she riffs her way on back down. That's the F. That's the A. Yeah. So showing off, going back and forth between that chest voice and head voice, showing off a lot of range, showing off the riffing, you know, showing off a lot of what we've come to know and love about Putri's voice.
The sun going down.
You can hear her going. She kind of places the sound a little bit more up here. Sun going down. A little more up. That's how singers often think about singing, is placement of the sound. Actually makes no sense because the sound comes from the vocal folds, period. That's where the sound comes from. But if you think about where you want it to resonate more and kind of where you want to send it, that can totally change the color. And that all comes down to very minor shifts in the vocal tract, the tongue, the larynx, the pharynx, the nasal cavities, all these things that you do subconsciously if you think about, like, I want to sing with like a silver color, and you go, ah, and you're like, oh, that sounds silvery. Or like, I want to sing with a chocolatey color, you're like, oh, and you're like, it's like a different color. And so placement's another technique singers use to do that. You can tell, I can't remember which word I was talking about, but you can feel the placement go from like kind of neutral to like, like a little bit more like up in the eyes. So just a funny little, like a peek behind the curtain about what singers often are thinking about.
The sun
San go. You hear where the go, it goes, huh. And it's not just because it's a higher note. It's actually how Putri is thinking about where she wants to put it.
Thing is like the sun going down.
Love it.
On me.
Me. The vowel is me. And look at that mouth position. And how you do that. Me. It's because the tongue, the back of the tongue is creating that E space in the mouth. She could sing. If you looked at this, probably. If I looked at this still frame, I would think she's probably singing an eh. So that's cool. If you just watch that, same mouth position, tongue goes from to E. So she's singing a nice E with a very open mouth position. And you can see it's different from the lower pitch. So she felt the need to shift that to accommodate some space for that E on the high position.
On me.
Cool shit. Isn't it fun to get nerdy about singing?
Thank you.
And a nice high E flat belt on that thank you. Pure chest.
Thank you.
That's higher than she sang in chest voice during that whole song, was during her thank you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, let's see what the judges have to say.
Putri, Ariani! Simon, your golden buzzer!
Well, Terry, it's got nothing to do actually with the fact that I gave her the golden buzzer. I think any one of us would have given Putri the golden buzzer.
For sure.
It's just that you are one of those rare little diamonds we come across every few years who is naturally born to do this, and you've overcome so much in your life to hopefully fulfill your dream on this show, and boy, after that, do you deserve it.
Thank you so
Howie!
Well, every single time, in every round, you have hit it out of the park. Your voice, as I said last time, is perfection. Your talent is perfection. I love your choices. The question that I have, if this was, and I have no doubt in my mind, if this was just a singing competition, I think you just won it hands down. The fact is, there are other kinds of acts. You're competing against a lot of great people, so let's see how America chooses.
That is a really interesting thing about this competition. How you compare talent. You know, like singing is so different from plenty of the things you'll see on this show. It's a common talent I think people use on this show, but to compare talents is a really interesting concept.
That was
Heidi!
It was such a moving performance. You could have not done it any better. You really, really did an amazing job. You sounded beautiful. Thank you so much.
Putri, you just performed on the finals. What is the message you have to give to the world?
I believe that we are able, we are capable, and we are equal. So don't be afraid to keep reaching your dream. Our dream will come true if we believe it.
All right. Amazing. So this is the third video I've done for Putri. I'm sure at least one of them will be in the end screen. We can link another one here. It's been a real joy to watch her perform and to analyze her voice. I love nerding out on the voice. If you haven't figured that out by now, I don't know, go somewhere else. This is the place for a lot of vocal analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope you have gained appreciation for Putri over my analyses of her talent. And thanks for joining. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.